welcome back to H and Bella Crafts. So for those of you that watched our video that was up a day or two ago to kind of start telling you about what was happening with the next collaboration, you'll have known that I put on there a quick giveaway for you to choose the name of the botanical kit because we haven't yet come up with a name. So I'm just going to do the comment picker and we can see then who has chosen the name. So bear with. Oh, there we go. Paste. There we go. Enter. We've got 48 there. Right, let's now go down and start. Botanical Dreams. Love the kit. Colours are soft like a dream. That's from Linda Step. Thank you, Linda. So we're going to call the kit Botanical Dreams. Oh, that's lovely. Quite different as well, isn't it? So I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of that so I don't forget. There we go. That's locked away for later. Congratulations, you have now just won a copy of the new kit. Excuse me, I'm knocking my desk about here. Okay, so on with what we're going to do today. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make an ephemera holder for all of the wonderful ephemera. I've been sat working very busily this evening, cutting it all out, all of the stuff from the kit. There's heaps here, and then I've got loads of stuff in here, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to have all bits everywhere. That's it, we need to get a holder made. So I'm going to show you all how I'm going to make my ephemera holder. You're more than welcome to craft along with me. I don't think we're going to get it all done in one video, so I'm going to make a start on it for this video, and then we may come back then and kind of like do the next bit. So here I've got a load of pages from the kit from where I have been designing the kit and then printing it and then going back and changing things. So these were kind of my, didn't quite make the cut pages. So, you know, but obviously they've been printed on good paper, and I don't want to waste them. So I'm going to use them as part of my ephemera holder. So that's what the first thing we've got. We've got 4 sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock in just a general botanical greeny theme. And then I have got this beautiful fabric that I have been hoarding. Oh my goodness, I think for over a year. I bought this piece of fabric, I want to say in lockdown. I'm sure I bought it in an Instagram sale. It is a slice of Sanderson's, and it is just beautiful. So I thought, right, need to stop hoarding, time to use it. So we're going to be using that. And then I've also pulled out this rather beautiful handkerchief with this lovely floral little motif, and then I've got some embroidery on glaze as well that's been cut off an old curtain. So that's what I've got. Let's make a start and get this thing on the road. I'm just trying to pick up my, right, am I zoomed out far enough? Yes, I think I am, am I? Okay, so I'm going to slice this to the length of approximately an A4 sheet of paper. So if we take an A4 sheet of paper here, we can see that that's 21 centimeters long. Okay, I'm going to slice this at 22. So that's what I'm working on. So I've got 12 by 12. So obviously we know it's 12 inches. Oh, where's my ruler? I was going to give you the centimeters then. So, oh, obviously, I'm done now. 12 inches is 30 centimeters. But I don't want it to be 12 by 12. I want it to be 30 centimeters by 22 centimeters. So I'm just going to score that, only gently because I'm going to cut it in a moment. But just so that I have a little bit of guidance about where I'm going. Oh. Talk about having guidance about where you're going. I'm completely off-piste and on the wrong track. That's the number there. Do you know, I've only just noticed that there are numbers across the bottom of here. I often think to myself, how do you know when you get to the bottom? What? Oh, don't mind me, I'm a bit slow to the party, aren't I, obviously? I have never seen that there before. Right, so that's the first one cut. Rather measured, and I'm going to just do the same with this one here. So make sure it's the right way up. 22. Now, this isn't from this is from my envelope thing. And the one out here, I don't seem to be able to lay eyes on at the moment. No, I don't know why I've done that. That's why I went a little off-piste and went wandering off into column 21. So yeah, straight down me. As that. And do. Okay, so they are they're the one section, and then we're going to use this section here. I'm going to be backing them. I'm also then going to be covering a lot of it up, so I'm not overly worried about these colours. I know they're not quite, you know, don't quite match what I'm doing with my kit, but they're green and they're botanical E, so they'll do for the underneath, because they'll just be bits that's poking out. So there we go. Right, so I'm just going to get my paper slicer now and slice these. So bear with me a moment and I will be straight back. Okay, so that's the that's those cut to shape now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold them in half. So if we do them all one at a time, that gives me just make sure then that I'm getting them dead on right. One. Two. Three. And that's 4. Now, these will eventually fit inside of here, like so. And just check when you do this, because sometimes, depending on what you're using, sometimes if you're putting one inside of the other like that, you may need to trim down, but that does seem to actually have gone on there quite well. So, like I say, we will eventually be sticking that onto the back, or I'm going to actually stitch mine on, but not just this moment. And that one then will go on the inside of there, like so. So yeah, just watch for any kind of like overhang that you may get this. So that's going to be the one section, that's going to be the other, and the folio will sit like that, one on top of the other. So now we need our fabric, and we also now need our spine. So that is going to act as a stabilizer for a spine, because we're going to then put fabric inside, but obviously when the book stands, if that makes sense, you know, I want it to be quite sturdy, so we need it to have something. I just think it'll be better with that there anyway. You may not need to do like that, but we're going to find out if it's going to work. So, you know, trial and error, isn't it? Right, so let's just get some of this lovely fabric. So I'm going to use this beautiful fabric on my spine. The spine of my book, that is, obviously. And it will wrap around this piece of card, and then it will wrap around onto this section here. So there'll be a little bit of it hanging over there. It'll wrap around the back and then wrap around the other side. So I obviously need to now measure to make sure that that's going to fit. Now, let's have a little look here. I think that would be quite nice there, wouldn't it? Yes, if I do that bit, then I'm not going to end up cutting into that, am I? And then we'll put that bit in. So we have the floral then on the, or do I go with that bit there and have that on the spine? I don't want to lose too much off. Isn't it hard, you see, when you start using pattern stuff like this? That's probably why I haven't used this piece of paper up to now. So I'm just thinking, oh, it's not going to fit on there anyway, is it? Because I only need a section, excuse me, I need a section that size. perhaps I could, perhaps if I cut up the centre there, and then I'll take it across. Right, okay. Right, bear with me a second while I'm just thinking this through, because like I say, I don't want to, you know, don't want there to be any waste, but I really wanted to have that beautiful image there on the spine of my journal, my ephemera holder. So I'm just going to cut up here a second. Oh, I got a frog in my throat. How irritating. I'm just going to go a little higher. And then I'm going to snip there. I'm going to snip there. Ooh. Okay. Right. Okay, that went okay. Right, there we go. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when it comes to tearing fabric, doesn't it? Especially when you don't want to over tear. There we go. Right, now I'm going to just take that up there like so. And we need to go a bit further across here. That back in the centre. And then about there, I would say. And we just now need to make sure, oh, that'd be beautiful, wouldn't it, on the spine of the book. I just want to make sure now that I know I've lost a little bit of that one there, but there's got to be a little bit of collateral damage, I guess, hasn't there? So let's just turn this around a second now, so just make sure I know I'm probably doing this in like a really overly complex way, but I'm just trying to preserve, because I'm really conscious this is a vintage bit of fabric, and I don't want to overcut and then have to trim bits off unnecessarily. That makes sense. There we are. That was fairly painless, wasn't it? I know. Fabric is all nicely frayed now to give it that really kind of like rustic feel. Right, so let me just fold that back a second. Oh, okay. Back to him there. Excellent. Right, okay. So, how is this looking now then? So I'm thinking, that was the royal we then, that if we stick that onto the back of there like so, and then, so if I, let's get a bit of Pritt stick on this now, because the great thing about Pritt stick is, if you get it completely awfully wrong, it's not going to be terrible, because you can just peel the fabric off, can't we? So always best to kind of give things a bit of a preliminary going over, I always think. Right. Okay, so I can still see, the great thing about this fabric is obviously I can see from the back where everything is. So I want to put that pretty central now to what I've just cut out there. There we go. Is that in the middle? No. Either my tearing is wonky or I haven't got that central. Right, let me just try that again. Sorry. I'm fuss potting now, aren't I? So Rachel, stop fuss potting. Right. Oh, excuse me. Just keep that out there a moment. So this then will go here. Let's put that there a moment. And then this will go here. Wow. Actually, I think there's merit in leaving a little gap there, because it's not going to turn otherwise, is it? It's not going to, you know, what do you call that? It's not going to close. That's what I'm trying to say. If I don't leave a bit of a gap, it's not going to shut. So I'm thinking if we leave a little gap and a little gap there. So let's do this. Let's not think about it. Let's just do it, is it? Let's get the glue on there and let's see how it looks. Like I say, if I didn't like it, we can always just take it off and do it again. There we go. So that's on there straight there, and then down this side. Same distance there, isn't it? We've got a little gap in the middle. There we go. And there we go there. So now that should shut. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Now that's what I call a cover of a botanical ephemera folder. I love it. Love it already. Okay. Yes, very happy with that. I'm just going to leave this as it is for the time being. So now I need to do the same to the inside, but I'm not going to do that just yet. And I'll tell you for why. Because this kind of has to be done in stages in order for everything to be neat and tidy. And by neat and tidy, I mean hidden. So this one now is going to go on... Which way did I have them? I don't really think it matters. I think actually that probably goes better on the inside of that one. So this one now I'm going to pop inside of here. But before we do that, I'm going to add some pockets to these bits of card here. Because when the ephemera folder closes, or rather opens, they'll open, and then that'll open, then you'll have that there, and then we're gonna have a signature here then for ephemera, obviously. Not a journal, it's gonna be for ephemera. But I want to have these to flip open and have pockets. So there's gonna be a pocket here, there's gonna be a pocket here, and then inside there is going to be a pocket, and inside there is going to be a pocket, and other pockets here. So let's have a little look at what I've prepared. So what I've done is I've taken some of the pages of the kit and I've actually printed some of the ephemera onto vellum. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I've taken the journal cards and I've printed those out. I think they look rather amazing. So that's one shape of pocket there. I've just left a little bit of an edge around with the vellum I cut out because I wasn't quite sure how I was going to fix them, and just to give me space in case I wanted to use that bit of stitching. I've also printed out the pocket page because they were rather lovely. So I'm going to separate them as well, again on vellum, because it's lovely to have vellum in, ephemera holder, but it'd be really nice to have it with a bit of a pattern on it, I thought. So we've got those there, and then we've got some tags. Now I thought it might be quite nice to try these as maybe a side tuck. I'll get my teeth out. Where does it out in a minute? Or even as a belly band. So that's what we're going to try. This is what we're going to do for this evening. This video rather, and then we'll go on to the next bit then in the next video. So first of all, we're just going to work out how we're going to incorporate these pockets to these sections here. Okay, so you can obviously now decide whether you want to put anything on the background. I am going to just do a little bit of collaging very quickly on these back pages because I really don't want this green spottiness around it. I wanted them so that obviously they've got this behind, but I'm just going to see what goes best behind the vellum, and then we will go and get everything stitched into place. So I may speed things up a little bit in a minute, so bear with me. go, that is our ephemera folder completed for today. So I have taken a stitch down the side of the spine, back and front, or rather actually back and front. Spine is done, and then if we open it up inside, we have got a lovely pocket here with a tuck spot down behind here. We have got a lovely pocket here with another hidden tuck spot down behind here. And then if we open this up, you've got yourself a nice pocket there, fabric pocket. Then we've also got a tuck spot there, and we've got a tuck spot down the top, had to think then. And then sliding this way, and you will have a tuck spot here, a tuck spot here, a tuck spot here, tuck spot here, and a tuck spot here. So that's plenty enough there to get you started for places to store your ephemera. I will be back in the next video to show you how to put, or how to create the signature then that goes in the centre, and that will have extra places as well in there to store ephemera. Don't forget, obviously we've got 15% off the kit at the minute, so the code for that is early bird. If you haven't yet seen the video launching the collaboration news, the last video, go back and check that out, because there's some things that you need to be looking out for now, and obviously you're going to be having clues as to who is going to be in the collaboration, so you need to keep an eye out for that in my videos and my posts, okay? But I think that's it for today. Take care, and I will be back with you all very soon. Take care. Bye now.